Here covering a Vitality long A fake short A rush that consists of sending the best long A spawn player out long while the rest of the team rushes up short. In this round it's Apex who has a long A spawn, and he does a really good job buying time and drawing the 3 G2A players' attention and preventing rotations. He's able to fall back to mid and watch the short flank. While this is happening, the rest of his team rushes up short and gets a trade kill on Kenny, in control of the A bomb site, leading to a 4v4 after plant in which they win. Let's go into the players' POVs where I'll go into more depth. Apex with the best long A position will be the sacrificial lamb. There's a couple of ways to play this position. You can either try to entry or delay. He chooses the later. He gets out the dumpster and buys his team time and delays GT's rotation back to A. Apex uses his utility to perfection to do so, and then falls back to mid to pick up the flank. By this time, you can see on the radar his teammates are up short and no one is there to defend the A bomb site besides Kenny. G2 have 2 players long A still, and the position Apex is holding in mid is a really strong angle to watch the short flank. If no CTs rotate through short after plant, then Apex will flank CT. He's gonna get behind Amanek and Nexa and choke the spray on Amanek. If he takes his time, he most likely gets both players. Luckily it didn't cost Vitality the round. misutaaa throws the Xbox smoke, then he will go towards long to get to short and not through suicide. He doesn't want to go down suicide because his teammates will be far behind and won't be able to trade him. The Xbox smoke gives him and his teammates cover from left CT side mid to run up short. misutaaa is going to be gunned out when he gets to mid because Xbox smoke also gives any CTs on short an opportunity to peek mid without being shot from lower B tunnels. ZywOo flashes towards stairs before he peeks. misutaaa tries to flash for an awkward hold, however Kenny doesn't look away from the flash. RPK is the second player cat. He would flash long, but he has one flash and he's going to save it for the cross on A. It's recommended that you buy flashes for a strat, and you don't really need an HE grenade when you're rushing up short. Plus, having an extra flash can sell the long A fake and help your long A teammate. When he is on short, you see he has his gun out all the way because he needs to be ready to trade out misutaaa. Once he gets up cat, he will throw a flash high towards the back and it will briefly flash anyone's sight and ramp. He follows it up with a sight molly. Once sight is clear, RPK plans for short. He smokes a corner of sight, giving cover for ZywOo. RPK holds CT spawn run up, and he doesn't have to worry about short because Apex is covering it from mid. He gets the kill on Omnek, and then he hears Nexa running, so he assumes that he is saving, so RPK changes his angle to try to spot him. However, shox makes a mistake of jumping down trying to chase, and ZywOo also falls, leaving him in a 1v2. Luckily there weren't any kits. RPK does go down, but Vitality win the round with a bomb explosion. shox is gonna smoke long A corner. He's gonna dump both his flashes long A. He knifes out to catch up to RPK and misutaaa too short. When he gets to the brick, shox will molly CT to delay the rotations. After plant, he alongside RPK will hold CT spawn. He hears Nexa running away to save, and I don't blame him for chasing. But him going down and ZywOo falling left RPK the solo Vitality player, and it could have been a round loss had G2 had a kit. ZywOo has kept his scout going to the bonus round. He's gonna watch the mid cross, then he goes suicide and holds the short push because with the Xbox smoke, it gives the CTs on short the opportunity to peek mid without being punished from lower tunnels. Once his first teammates are about to peek stairs, ZywOo will flash over the skybox. ZywOo knifes out to catch up with them, and then he tries to flash sight, however fails. He gets the kill on Kenny, so G2's off is down, and ZywOo knows that, so he can take these peeks at long versus rifles. RPK will smoke sight after plant to allow ZywOo some cover. ZywOo will molly CT to delay rotation, and then he will re-smoke sight once RPK's smoke starts fading. He's gonna get the kill on Hunter at long, and then accidentally pull out his knife and dies to Jax. Next, Vitality run the same strat versus Big. I'm going to show you what happens when the opposing team has a cat setup. Big will send one player long and play too short. On the side of Vitality, the long A player will be Apex again, but this time around he rushes towards Pit and not Dumpster. He gets the entry kill on Searson and sees that no one else is there, so he notifies his teammates. This most likely means that Big has a cat setup. Vitality gets that info, you'll see that they flash both angles for short, and then both teams trade out 2 players on cat, leaving Vitality with 3v2 and full control of the A bomb site. While this is happening, Apex leaves long to mid, Cubby, and holds the short flank. He's going to get the last 2 kills on big players, rotating to mid. Let's look at the players' POVs. Apex again with the best long A spawn. He's going to rush out long towards Pit, and then he kills Searson. He doesn't see anyone else and comms to his team that info. Then he's gonna go back and rotate towards mid and hold the short flank. He could have just sat long A and held this position. Also, the bomb was being planted for long A. That would have been ideal in my opinion. In mid, he kills Keto on the rotate and also Xantares. misutaaa has the entry role despite having the worst spawn. He's gonna flash the first short A corner because Apex cleared long and Big can be on cat. He clears the first short angle and then ZywOo flashes the next corner before he peeks. He kills taps in, however Tizian trades him out. RPK smokes Xbox and will be the trade fragger. Recall the previous clip versus G2, he had a HE grenade, and now look, everyone on Vitaly has flashes. He flashes long once for Apex and has another flash if need be for A. He kills Tizian and picks up bomb from shox. He's gonna plant for long A because Apex had control of it and ZywOo molly CT to delay rotations. shox is gonna smoke long A corner and flash long twice. Then he rushes up cat and he tries to trade out misutaaa, but he's gonna fall to Tizian. ZywOo this time around has an op and he's gonna be watching the cross. Afterwards he goes suicide to mid and keeps an eye on the short push. When misutaaa gets close around the second corner, he will flash for him to peek. However, ZywOo mistimes it and throws a flash a little bit too early. Nonetheless, equal trades occur. ZywOo smokes short in case Big has fast rotations. He picked up a molly from one of the Big players' bodies and molly CT to delay rotations. He exchanges his op to an M4 because it's easier to hold from this angle with a rifle than an op. At this point he doesn't have to watch his short flank because Apex rotated mid and is covering that. To wrap up, Vitaly's Dust2 long A fake short A rush allows the Vitaly players to run up short before rotations can occur because the long A player will keep the A player's attention. This is if the enemy team was fighting for long. Elsewise, this strat can give you info that the enemy is on short. If you liked the video, please upvote and subscribe. Check out my guide when it comes to going for a pick with an op long A when you have the spawn. Till next time, Night Out here, peace.